Nessa girl, can you believe it is 1 p.m. on a Sunday and y'all hoes got me in here working? And then to think I'm doing something real non-traditional. I'm in here working on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Wanna talk about it? Here you go. Nessa girl, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what I'm doing right now, but I'm in here finna discuss these rich white hoes down in Beverly Hills, and I'm gonna try to stick with it. Now, there was a lot of anticipation about this season coming up, in particular, the Kyle and Dorit feud. I've never followed Real Housewives of Beverly Hills closely. I've always had it playing in the background. I've always checked in and checked out, checked the little Instagram clip. But since I'm charging the girls and y'all on Patreon, and I got to make y'all feel like y'all getting y'all that little tight ass, that little cheap ass $7.50 worth of money that y'all be complaining about, I said I'm going to pack this Patreon full of content so them hoes can't complain the next time I want to charge them for something. But let's just go ahead and get into it. If I'm being honest, the real reason why I chose to get into the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is because I was interested in seeing what Boz was going to bring to the equation. Now, I have followed Boz from the first time I've seen her do her TED Talk style speeches that have been plastered across all of our timelines over the years. I was always captivated by her beauty, by her dark skin, and by the power of the words that have come out of her mouth. Now, let me start out by saying this. When I saw the thumbnail picture for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills with all the ladies holding the diamond, right? First thing I noticed, 2 chocolate faces and Garcelle being in the middle. I must admit, I have never, ever been a fan of forced diversification, okay? Y'all who've been following me for years know that I'm like, let them white people have their shit. Let them have The Bachelor. Let them have the Real Housewives of Orange County. Let them have. The same way you're going to let us have Real Housewives of Atlanta and let us have Married to Medicine. Everything does not need to be diverse, especially if the point is to represent a friend group of 5 or 6 ladies from a particular region of the U.S. So I was like, here we go with the forced diversification. The first time it backfired on us was the Real Housewives of New York when they brought Ebony K. Williams on. I thought that was the worst hire they could have possibly made in the history of Housewives. And I'm like, here we go with Beverly Hills. Now, Garcelle Beauvoir, she was a great addition. She is very, without being disrespectful, white friendly. I also think somebody with the temperament of Cynthia Bailey would also pan out very well with those girls. Considering that Boz was the CMO of Netflix, Uber, Endeavor, and a bunch of other high-powered positions in corporate America, I also was not super concerned with her because I knew that she could navigate white spaces very well. But I was concerned with, again, not to be rude, ignorant, or insensitive, but I was concerned with her skin color not being palatable for white people and white audiences. And it's sad that we've got to have that conversation in 2024, but we know how colorism works, and I'm not here to give anybody a lesson, but we know that lighter skin and fair skin black people come off more palatable to the white masses. It just is what it is. And I am glad, at least thus far. First of all, I am glad that Boz on this first episode has come right on in, and it looks as if she is going to fit right on in with these girls. And here's the gag. What I love about it at the very end of the day, when it's all said and done, and when things get tough, because they will, they got to respect the queen when they see them, bitch. No matter if race comes into play or not, and I hope that it doesn't, but if it does, at the very end of the day, you better respect the queen when you see them, bitch, because her resume sits all of them down. Old money, husband money, stolen money from legal clients, overseas money, real estate money, divorce money, however the hell you got your money, her resume trumps all of that. And for that, we say, welcome, Boz. We ready to see what you finna bring to these old, rich Beverly Hills hoes. And I will say, I still miss Lisa Vanderpump. So Sutton goes and visits her friend Jennifer. I love how eccentric her friend Jennifer is. And she talks about how she wasn't a good friend to Kyle. But is Kyle ever a good friend to anybody? And we about to find out because she finna have to show up to work this season. Erika goes shopping. And Dorit meets Erika down to shopping. Now, here's what I want to say. I have always loved Erika Jayne, okay? I feel like Erika never lost that down-home Atlanta girl that was in her, despite the fact that she's been rich and fabulous for a very long time. She lived in that mansion with Tom for a very long time. I'm going to tell you something else that I respect about Erika. And it took her a minute, but I respect anybody who is not afraid to downsize and do what they got to do to keep it pushing. Erika said, for 20 years, I lived in a mansion. Now the house, quiet as it's kept and no shade, even though Erika's house clearly is more expensive than probably everybody's house who is looking at my video right now. Baby, our house bigger than hers. When they showed that lady kitchen in her living room, I was like, ooh, my kitchen in my living room bigger than hers. And I want to tell you something. She's handling that in stride. Because look at what Kim Zolciak is going through, trying to hold on to something she can't afford. Look at what so many other of these reality TV people do. They go out bad, trying to stunt. And Erika said, get somebody else to do it. Erika said, I still want to be dressed. I still want my nails to look good. That hoe didn't answer the phone, so I guess these things going to continue to be 8-eyed in the bike like Nene Leakes' hair was when she had that horrible blonde job. But anyway, then Dorit pops up on the scene. Is it me? Or Dorit is the best dressed bitch on the whole Bravo? Now, the girls go up for Marlo Hampton, and I'm not going to lie, Marlo comes through. Marlo comes through, and that's been Marlo's claim to fame. I think the difference is, though, Marlo's style, in my opinion, is a bit braggadocious in its approach, right? Marlo's energy gives, look at me, look at me, look at me. Dorit, on the other hand, who I think is equally as fashionable, a smidge more, not by much. They're definitely running neck and neck. I think Dorit's is a bit more, this is just what I do. I'm subdued. Dorit always brings it to the girls with her fashions, and I have always noticed that from afar. But she comes and tells Erika that her and PK are separating. She comes in and tells PK that her and PK are separating. And, you know, they have a moment. Now, I'm going to tell you what I didn't like until later on. Preliminarily, I did not like when Dorit was like, something, because he's an alcoholic. I just be having issues when people get on camera, when they no longer in relation or in love with people anymore, and then they start labeling people. The only thing that made me feel better about that is later on when Dorit met with Mauricio and he spoke about being sober, and we'll get to that in a minute. So then the episode moves on and we get to Kyle. When they start showing Kyle, one of her daughters had moved out and Mauricio had moved out 2 weeks prior to them filming that particular scene. Now, is it me Or are we a little sad to see Kyle and Mauricio getting a divorce? I know I am. I thought they were a great couple, but I will tell you what I respect about Kyle and Mauricio. I think knowing when to let somebody go is equally as important as knowing when to bring them close. And I respect the way her and Mauricio are navigating their separation / pending divorce. There is still a lot of love there, and they are still family, and there is a lot that can be learned. Divorce, separation, splits, going our own way, moving out, co-parenting, it does not have to be adversarial. Even if the other person cheated, it don't have to be adversarial. If you don't have no love and respect for the other person, at least have enough decency to have enough love and respect for yourself. And I know that this might not have been easy for Kyle and Mauricio, but I love the way they are navigating this with style and grace. Mauricio then meets up with PK. Baby. Dorit had to put PK through the ringer. PK got to that thing. Mauricio was like, hey, brother, how you doing? I'm not doing good. I thought PK was, coming down off of coke. I don't know what I thought PK was doing. He was like, you're not doing good. Mauricio said, what happened? Baby, PK said, I got sober. Bitch, I fell out. When PK say, essentially, because I forgot exactly what he said, but essentially PK said, I got sober and I saw that bitch Dorit for who she is and what she all about, and I don't want no parts of it. Get somebody else to do it. Bitch, I fell out. That man said he got sober, which meant, and Dorit backed it up, he was doing a lot of drinking during the marriage, and quiet as it's kept, Dorit, your ass is about what was causing that man to drink. He is a good man, Savannah, and trust and believe, you don't advertise this good, rich ass. Well, they went through bankruptcy. That don't mean he ain't rich. But you don't advertise his good, rich ass all around the TV. And then people know that the biggest problem that he got with you and the girls got with you is that you don't listen. Oh, baby, PK finna find him a girl that, he finna find him a mute that know how to fuck good. He finna go get a bitch that's deaf, dumb, and mute that fuck good. And she finna be rich all in your bed and all in your closet and in the passenger side seat of all the cars you used to drive because you don't know how to listen. PK say he got sober, honey. Now, they said they're not telling the children what's going on. They're still going to be a family. And, I mean, you can't tell people how to raise their children, but I imagine that the children are young enough that if Dorit and PK just kind of fade apart, the children will gradually just kind of understand what's going on. And as they get older, they'll kind of get it. I don't necessarily like that approach. I think that approach is kind of cowardice. I think that they could go to therapy with a touch me, tease me, feel me, and harass me. I'm going to keep harassing y'all until you get sick and tired of getting this teaser, because that's all the free girls is getting. But if you want to enjoy the rest of this video, Real Housewives of Patanka, Married to Medicine, which starts tonight, and the upcoming Real Housewives of Atlanta, then you definitely want to join my Patreon, where you can get this full-length video as well as other exclusive content only offered to members of the Patreon. Link in the description box below. See y'all on the paid side.